This is my 3D printed Raspberry Pi robot. I've been working on this for a while now and it's finally ready for a test drive. But before I show you how it works, let me give you a quick walk around. We have the regular 4 DC motors. It drives tank style. Over here, we have a servo with a distance sensor on it so we can rotate and check the distance. Here is our camera module because I do want this to have like an AI vision and self-driving. So this is definitely important. Over here, we have our servo driver, and down here is the DC motor driver and the buck converter. Down here is our power, and I'm using the 18650 batteries. There are 3 dedicated for the motors and the other 3 specific for the Raspberry Pi. Speaking of the Raspberry Pi, we have a Raspberry Pi 5 16 gigabyte version. The reason I chose this is because I needed a powerful one since I'm going to be using AI, some LLM, and potentially upgrading this with a LiDAR for self-driving. As for the Raspberry Pi, I got this Raspberry Pi kit, which I will leave a link in the description. It is on Black Friday sale as of the time of recording this video. So if you're in the market, I do recommend you check it out. Here's a quick booklet. We have a 64 gigabyte of micro SD card, which is nice to have the capacity. Here's our active cooling. Because this is a Raspberry Pi 5, it does need an active cooling. This is the 16 gigabyte version of RAM, but regardless of the size of the RAM, you still need an active cooling for the Raspberry Pi 5. Unlike the Raspberry Pi 4 or the older version, this one does need the active cooling, which we have right here. So we have a case, and what else? We have a power supply, which is USB Type-C, and here is our 2 cables. The Raspberry Pi 5 does support 2 monitors up to 4K resolution. So we have 2 cables right here. If we need to connect the monitors, we have a tiny screwdriver to assemble that case. And here is a micro SD card to USB so we can image that. What I want to show you on this page is I have my robot here, which I'm live streaming it on a Google Meet meeting. I don't know if that's the best idea I came up with. If there's a better way, let me know in the comments. Right here, we have the page, which is hosted on my Raspberry Pi. So this is the code on my Raspberry Pi, and I am using the Raspberry Pi Connect to remote into it. If you want to learn how to do that, I have a separate video, which I will leave a link in the description. So yeah, this is my code and this is a live from my Raspberry Pi. This is the page where we're going to be driving it from. And right here is my robot. Let's go ahead and drive it just to show you. So I can go forward. I can go backward. We can do a spin. There is a little bit of a delay, or there is like a small lag just because I'm on a Google Meet meeting. So there's a little bit of a delay here, but I think this should work. So let me show you kind of, we have also a live feed from the camera. So maybe we can go forward and then turn around, and you see this guy here. This is Bender from Futurama. I don't know if you like him, but I think he's very funny. Okay, over here, if we turn around, we see this guy. And I don't know if you like The Office, but this is Michael Scott. In any way, jokes aside here, let me go ahead and turn around this way. And you can see the camera live feed over here. Also, we have a live feed from the distance sensor, and it's constantly measuring the distance and showing it over here. So if I go forward, you can see the distance changes because I'm getting closer to the wall. And let me bring it close. So what I'm using here, I'm using a distance sensor, I'm using a camera, and this is my Raspberry Pi. And then we have like a DC motor, motor driver, all these things. The other feature I want to show you here is I can control the servo from here, and you can see as I move it, the distance is changing as the distance sensor is moving. I can bring it back to the center, and then I can go the other direction. I can bring it back to the center. There is this kind of like a scan area feature, which It does like a full scan and gives you a visualization of how the object around it looks like. I thought that was cool, which is it's been fun to develop. The idea here is not for me to manually drive it, by the way. I do want to kind of have it self drive, which I will show you here in a minute. So here is the robot self driving. There was one issue with the edges and the angles, but the camera helped a lot to fix that. So you can see that the robot does well stopping before reaching the wall, and if you're just using the distance sensor, this might be a little bit difficult. So I made a couple versions in different points. You can see here it does still hit the wall on the edge. So the angles are still not 100% accurate, but I'm happy with the level that I got it to be. So you can see here it stops right before reaching the wall, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And you see that's perfect stop. And it's not 100%, but you see here it did hit the door, but it's good enough. So just to be clear, it's not perfect yet, but I do want to add a LiDAR in the future, which I think will make it 100% perfect. I also did add like a reverse spin, which I thought it was cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And this is how it's self-driving itself, and it is completely random. It does check the distance around it, and it uses the camera as well, and that's how it decided which way to go.